What is a pre-lodgement meeting for those that don't know? And when can you get a pre-lodgement meeting? So first question, what is it? Second question is, I'm nervous. It's my first time and, I've got due diligence up my sleeve, whether it's a subdivision of land or a duplex or a triplex or whatever that is. Do you still push those through pre-lodgement meetings? When do you actually go to a pre-lodgement meeting? Why would you go to one? So what is it? And I guess
the only precursor or the only condition, I suppose, for a pre-lodgement meeting is that it's a meeting that happens before lodgement. It's in the name, right?
Yep.
So effectively it contemplates that you'll be lodging some type of application after that meeting. So there's no limitation effectively on when you can have a pre-lodgement meeting. And pre-lodgement meetings are facilitated or hosted by the authorities. So either the local government councils or state government assessment agencies, for example. And so typically you might have a meeting with any of those entities as part of a due diligence period or investigation. So if you're thinking about buying a property and you might have it under contract and it's subject to achieving a certain development approval for that site, and you want to know the authorities' response to certain development proposals or issues that might arise, you would request a meeting with those authorities. And typically those authorities would ask you to detail in making the application for that meeting, what are the issues do you want to discuss? What's on the agenda? What are the big ticket items you want feedback on? So if you had a proposal that was 100% compliant with all the requirements and was almost guaranteed to be approved because there were no real issues, typically we wouldn't recommend you have a pre-lodgement meeting for that, because that seems to be a waste of time and resources.
So if you're pushing boundaries a little bit, probably a good time to actually see what you can get away with.
Yeah, well, that's a way of putting it. Yeah, for sure. So what we're looking for in most instances with pre-lodgement meetings is a response about some non-compliances, effectively, pushing those boundaries. So, for example, say there's a height control of 10 stories in place and we want to push for a development that's perhaps 12 stories. We might want to seek feedback from the assessing authorities about how they might respond to that type of development application and what are ways that we can perhaps address any of their concerns to deal with those matters.